In today's show, we're taking a look from McFarlane Toys, Spawn Universe, King Spider. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the cave. This is your host, Red. Before we begin, don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Follow me there for toy photographies or conversation. Don't like Instagram? Follow me on the newly Elon Musk acquired Twitter. That's actually my preferred social media. I like having a conversation there. So today we are taking a look at Spawn King Spider. And I think I got a dud. Out of all the action figures I've collected, I've only had some, but this just looks weird. Maybe it's just me. Maybe if you guys are experiencing the same thing, but I think that this one is the dud from the factory. A lot of bleed overs, a lot of blemishes here and there on the coloring, but I'll go through that. I'm not like some of the people that whine that get them for free. I pay for my action figures, so I could complain. But to start off, the guys, with King Spider, so you know, I actually bought the comic, which is Spawn Image Comics 265. I got it online for $2.65, and between that getting shipped, I ended up paying $6. It's still not here. So I had to do like I did with Mandarin Spawn when I first did the review. I couldn't buy the comic because people wanted over $100 for Mandarin Spawn. So I went on the Apple store and I just bought the digital comic just so I can understand what the character is. It's a shame. It's a crying shame because you've got a pretty good, excellent, creepy villain here who hasn't made a return from what I'm seeing, because I tried looking for him online. I couldn't find anything of him. Very creepy. His demise, and again, this is not a spoiler because when you go to McFarlane's website, it tells you he was impaled by Ant, which is another figure or another character that he was fighting with, but it doesn't say why they were fighting, what was happening. So I got to go back, read it together to understand. I just know that Spawn gets caught up in the middle of their fight, and like a white knight, he steps in to help Ant, and they get into it. So let's jump into the housekeeping because I'm feeling a little disappointed with this figure. I think that this figure had the potential of being a Venom type of figure, and I'll have a discussion with that. But let's start off with this weird diorama that McFarlane gave us. I'll put him on that so you guys can see. So let's get that out of the way. And we're going to talk about the articulation later, but just so you know, this foot does not go side to side. You only get an up and down rocker. So just off the bat, right there, I don't know what happened there, McFarlane, what was going on. I understand the whole look at all this plastic nonsense that you always start off with. And just like that, it doesn't even fit in that weird stand. And it's supposed to emulate the crumble or the sewage area. So I'm trying to get him on there. Should have done that even before the video, but I like jumping in. And it barely goes there. So this is what it's supposed to look like. You're supposed to put it on this stand here, and then it's supposed to hold the figure on that post. But honestly, McFarlane, with the money that we all give you and, you know, the praises that we give you, I understand you can't always be perfect in all your figures. But if you're going to give me a diorama, give me a bigger diorama than this. This is ridiculous. So we've got the usual McFarlane stand. We get two hands on here. One that I'm sure is holding the chain. And we get a fisted hand. And what did I tell you guys? I feel like I got the dud of the bunch. We've got this here and this here. I got a bleed over. Sorry about that. I dropped the hand. So let's continue. And then McFarlane, come on, man. This is a cool looking weapon, but it's not flexible enough. It doesn't bend. I mean, it does in a way and it doesn't in a way. I don't know. It's just weird. It's just like the other weapons. But let's jump in it. You'll see what I'm saying. You can see it in the camera. I see a lot of green spill over. Again, I don't know if that was meant to be that way, if it's going to look that way. See that right there? The white's not even covering it. There's some green there. So again, I'll keep this dud because at the end, I'm not really impressed with the figure. I was all excited to get it. I mean, look at the face. Look at that. I mean, the diaper goes all the way up here, up to the abs. I don't know what that's all about. So again, guys, I don't know if this was just a McFarlane experiment to see what he can do with the figure. But, you know, just like the Omega Spawn, that could have been a little bigger. People weren't too excited. And again, this is sorry about me hitting the camera, guys. I'm sorry about that. You can hear my disappointment that I'm not too thrilled with this figure. I think I was getting all excited wanting him. I thought there would be potential to having this guy fighting the Haunt, kind of like Venom versus Spider-Man, you know, King Spider versus Haunt. And by the way, guys, in the comic, I don't know if McFarlane just did that real briefly, but he kind of shoots some sort of webbing out of his hand. They come out of here in the middle of the palm. He shoots it to capture the ant. That's when Spawn came into the picture to help her fight. Let me move the fist or the bicep just to get him in a better pose for you guys. There you go. So again, guys, I don't know what to tell you, but let's begin with the articulation. Let's roll into the articulation and see what we got here. So we can see that his head goes side to side. We get a up, down. That's pretty much it. You guys can already tell it's still got that butterfly joint from McFarlane. I'm gonna hold it here. You guys can see in the camera. Oh, and be careful, guys. These things are a pain in the ass. You got that bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. You guys can see that there. The wrist, as you guys can see, does have swivel, has more swivel than the foot. And I'm going to take this one off. You heard the pop. Going to put the hand in so we can put the weapon in there. Besides all the spikes cutting into my hand, because they're not soft, it's also a pain getting this thing on him. You guys can see there, this is what the weapon looks like. Alright, so as you guys can see, I switched the hand out. You kind of have like a grappling butt. You're going to have to heat it up to open it to get the weapon in there a little bit better. The diaper's all the way up here. You get a split there. You can get your figure to do a kick there. You got double jointed knees right there. And last but not least, guys, the ankle's on a ratchet system. You guys can see it there. But there is no swivel, so you're not going to get that out of this figure here. Also, in the comic, the boot is all the way down. Here, it looks like he's wearing Urkel socks or something. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. I honestly don't get it. Now I got to look for a green that matches this so I can paint both of these and put it and align it in there. Again, guys, I think you can kind of hear my voice, my disappointment with this review and this figure. I was expecting it to be something different. I was excited to get it. I said, you know, a Venom style type of and you don't get that much of a I don't know. You guys can hear my disappointment. And for you guys, let me pull this hand off and put the fist. Give me a second, because this hand is super spiky and it hurts. Put the fist in there. So, you know, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking. I don't know. You guys can tell me. Don't worry, I'll edit the video. So here's the one with the fist, but it just doesn't look right, or I didn't pop it all the way in. And right there, you can see how it's bled through there. I don't know. So again, guys, this is my review. Obviously, I'll put them in my tote boxes. Not feeling it, so I'm waiting now for Nightmare Spawn, and I'm waiting for the Plague Spawn to see what happens there. But I was expecting something better out of this figure, and I'm not feeling it. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I feel like this was half-assed just to get something out in the market. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. So leave me a comment, guys. Let me know what you think. And if you like today's shows, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. And most importantly, guys, which helps me out, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm a full-time YouTuber. So with that said, I have nothing else for King Spider here other than a little bit of disappointment with it. And I don't know. Like I said, if you guys are feeling it, get it. But make sure yours doesn't have a lot of stuff that I'm seeing that I got on mine. So with that said, this is Red, and I am out.